And we just happen to have on the same colors.
With the book. Get into it.
With the book.
Hello, everyone.
I hope it don't do the same thing as earlier.
I know,
If you don't have chocolate, why would you eat a chocolate at the
I had to get
at the
up again.
basketball game?
Go get my. Garen, bring my laptop.
That's what chocolate has something in it. So yeah.
Hi, y'all.
She don't like that.
We're just prepping. Join the live, share. Good evening.
I can't read the comments. That's pissing me off.
Why? What? That's not gonna be cool.
There you go.
Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, Gladys. How you doing?
Hello.
You ready? Show the book, Mom. You ready, Gladys? Hey, Janice. Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Y'all come on in, share the live. We're going to give everybody an opportunity to join us.
What book is that?
For When Women Pray.
By T.D. Jakes.
Yes.
So we have When Women Pray by T.D. Jakes.
If you don't have the book, no problem. If you have the book, great. But whether you have it or not, we still gonna do our thing. Okay?
Pretty ladies in pink. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, we need to show them. Show the girls. Oh, they eating right now. They eating. Today is Jemiah's birthday, my niece's birthday, Candy Apple's daughter, and we doing a little celebration for her, a sleepover, and we're all wearing pink. And but Candy Apple had to go to work. Yeah. Well, the girls are wearing pink. The boys don't count.
You want to show them what you have on?
Yeah, come here, y'all, real quick, cause y'all need to come here, London.
Wipe
Victoria,
your mouth off. Wipe your mouth off, okay?
Come around this way.
We're just going to allow everyone
to have an opportunity to come in, join the live. Thank you, Gladys, for telling my niece happy birthday. Y'all see London.
Come on.
She has on her sleepover pajamas.
I had a pink headband, but I took it off.
Yes. Layla, they twins. Where have you been? And hold on, the birthday girl is making her appearance. She turned 8 today. Jemiah.
So we have on our pink.
We are pinking. We're rocking pinking.
Come on, they can't see you. Come over some more.
Yes. We're pinking it out. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay.
I can't actually see because Linda can't see.
Okay, we just want them to see y'all's little pink ensemble, which is why me and my mom, because I wasn't going to wear pajamas, because I was going to wear regular clothes to bring this thing in. But thank you, Gladys. Hey, Phoebe. Thank you, Phoebe, for telling her happy birthday. Hey, Phoebe, girl. Yes.
Come on in and share the
Hi,
live.
Leslie. Y'all share the live. Good evening, Melinda Brown. Put up a book if you ladies gotten your book. Hey, Vanetta, if you gotten your book, put some book emojis. Is it emoji? Yeah. Put your little books up. Let's see who all has their book.
I got a book.
You got a book?
Can I read with y'all?
Oh, we reading something different, baby girl.
A Bible.
That's where you and your cousins are going to go. Thank you for the happy birthday. I don't know.
Hello, Janice Dickens.
Eat it.
We
Hey,
are going to have
Janice.
a beautiful night this
Betty.
evening. Leslie.
Hi there,
Melinda.
Leslie. Anyone on has joined, has their book. Show the book, Mom. This is the book that we're going to be talking about.
Hey, Janice, don't you go anywhere, Janice. Hey, girl, hey. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, you all come on in and share the live so we can everyone can get a taste of this evening.
How y'all doing?
You all like my bow? Boo?
Yeah, I see. I should have got a bow too. But y'all know me. I like to be different.
she want a bow. She really want one.
I like to be
She want
different.
one. She want one.
I like to be different.
She want one.
Okay. I do. So as we are bringing in a few more people, or waiting for a few more people to see if they're gonna come over from the other page. Hello, Tinga. Hello, Lorena. Yes, you taking notes for yourself. Amen. Somebody, right? And so tonight, we talked about this a few weeks ago, so I'll just give a bit of a background. About 2 weeks ago, I was on my mom's live, and I said that I recommended this particular book. Mine doesn't look like that because I've been having my book for years, many years, and I took the cover off, but I just started reading it at the end of this past year, December, I believe I started. Brittany, you have your book, Brittany Smith.
If you have your book, put an emoji, a book emoji, so we can see the ones who ordered their book.
Phoebe has hers. And so, as I took this journey to get introduced to this book, I just felt like this is something that if a woman doesn't know about this particular book, let me show the cover because mine don't have my cover. This particular book, then you need to get into it. Mine is the hard copy, and I think I took off the front. That was the problem. You need to get into it. This book will take you on a journey. It will inspire you. I know it inspired me. It allows you to get in tune with yourself, get in tune with the Most High, whatever you believe in. Get in tune with prayer, because your relationship with the Most High and praying is very important. I don't even believe I understood the importance fully until I read this book. I know someone earlier said, you got your book, Tamika? I know someone on here earlier said she started the book. I forgot the name, so excuse me. I have 7 kids, y'all. Sometimes I forget their names. She said that she started the book and it was good so far. My daughter, and I'm really, really proud about this. My daughter, Shania, 24 years old. I was very hesitant about getting the book for her because like, oh, Mom, I'm not finna read. I don't want to read. And oh my gosh, I told her about the book, and she said, well, if you get it for me, Mama, I'm gonna read it. So I went ahead and got it for her, and she texted me on Monday morning because that's when she first started reading it, and she said, Mama, thank you so much for getting this book for me. She said she understands it, it's interesting, and she loves it. So I'm so proud about that. Now, what also made me have a proud moment as well is when I was talking about the book with you guys, and my mother said, I'm gonna get the book. I said, Ma, you gonna read it? Yes. And so that made me feel really, really, really good. So I told her, if you gonna read the book, I'm gonna get it, because my mama ain't never said nothing like that, not for me. So it's new, and I like that we're tapping into this newness. Goldie, you have your book. Hey.
I love it.
Don't worry about it, Florence. You don't have to have it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be your book, okay? I'm gonna be your book, Florence. I got you. That's why I said if you have it, that's great. Put the book in there. If you don't have it, then just what we're talking about tonight may give you that encouragement to go and read it. And if you just are not in a position to get the book, send my mother an inbox, and I'm gonna get the book for you. That's it. That's how we're going to work that.
One or two. Not everybody. One or two.
Maybe not everybody. Okay, let me put a disclosure on that. let me give a disclosure. In the event that a couple of people, okay, 2 or 3, don't have a book, and for whatever reason their situation does not allow them to, let me send my mama inbox, and I will make sure that you get your copy as well. So when we come back, if everyone was into it tonight and you enjoyed this and you want me to come back and we go to the next chapter together, then you'll have your book by then.
Let me say something real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
I want to say something really, really quick. I see on here it's saying people are asking to come on the live. I don't know if you all are real people or not, but we will not be bringing anyone on this live.
Nobody.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it because there are scammers that come on and they expose themselves. So, as of me letting you all know right now, no one will be coming on to the live, okay? Not trying to be rude or anything. It's just a self-cautious and, you know, and respect for everyone else. No one wants to lose respect from someone doing something out of the ordinary. So we're going to get this this started. I need it too. Oh, you all are so sweet. Carrie Ryan, love this. Thank you. Thank you. You all come on in and share the live. Please share this live for me. Share the live. When you share it to public. I'm going to set my page up to where I can start getting monetized. I'm already monetized to be able to get paid for this page. I just haven't set my payments up yet. Hey, Sandra Mack. We're not bringing anyone on to the live. Hey, Mimi Rasmus. Hey, cousin. Girl, I know that's you.
Who, Mimi?
Okay, I'll call you, Mimi. Hey, you all don't go nowhere. Listen to this. My daughter has something that we're going to read, and we want to try to do this pretty often. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, Charlotte, girl. Hey, much love to you. I very seldom go live on this page. If you all go and follow me on Marion's Amazing Catering, that Marion's Amazing Catering LLC, the one with the blue check mark behind it, because if you don't see a blue check mark behind my name, that's not me. That's not me. And you have to watch these scammers because they're making it to where they have blue check marks behind their name. So. So we have to be very careful, and a lot of people, the scammers want to try to get you to bring them onto the live, and so when they bring you let them in, they're going to expose themselves, and so we're going to make that right.
No problem, Teresa. You can order the book off of Amazon. For those who have not had an opportunity to get their book, you can order it off of Amazon. It comes pretty quickly, within 2 to 3 days, depending on where you are located at. It's about $10, $11 when you add the tax, no more than $12.
Hey, Andre.
So, yes, if you don't have the book, no problem. We're just going to follow along together tonight. Let me give y'all disclosure. When I start reading, y'all know how back in the day when you was in school and you started reading in front of everybody, and then you got the little butterflies and the little nervousness, so your words started chopping up and stuff.
Let me get me some water.
Don't judge me. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge, okay? So we're on here tonight. Hey, we're on here tonight to talk about this book, the power of this book, the enlightenment that I've gotten from this book, and I shared it. I shared it 2 weeks ago, how this book has helped me. I got it for my daughter. I think I've gotten it for a total of 5 people outside of myself. And I'm supposed to be getting my mother-in-law one. I'm going to have to get my mother-in-law hers as well. I was telling her. And my mom, she went and got a journal. Thank you, Andre. Thank you. Because she thought she was buying the book, because she didn't think that I got the book for her. And I told her I have her. My word is bond. Okay? So we are going to, thank you, Tamika. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and get started. If some people have come in, I think it's enough people, because in the Bible somewhere it says when 2 or more, or he say 3 or more, but whatever, tomatoes, because it's the same to me. Get together. He is somewhere in the midst. Do you hear me? Okay. So without further ado, we're going to start now. I am not going to, the name of the book is When Women Pray. T.D. Jakes.
And this is also
When Women Pray. Now, just because you are not a woman, that does not mean that you are excluded from purchasing this book, because it talks about men in the Bible as well, and the women that were praying for those men, and vice versa. So we'll point out that importance, because there is a story there's a couple of stories in there that are combined together. The name of the book is When Women Pray
by
T.D. Jakes. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here tonight, and we're going to read the book. Now, if anyone has any questions, please give me some grace. Bear with me. That way I can answer them without getting really distracted, because I have a one-track mind, y'all. I can't think, type, chew gum, at the same time. Think, talk, type, and chew gum at the same time. I can't. Okay, I got 7 kids. I be doing this half the time. I'm just saying. Hello, Deborah.
Hey,
All right.
Deborah. Hey, how you doing? My cousin.
Okay, and
That's
so,
Carrie's cousin.
oh, hi, Deborah.
Deborah, you have to go and follow me on my Mary's Amazing Catering page, LLC.
Hello, good evening, Katrina Holley, Rose Minks. Hey, Rose, how you doing this evening? So, I'm not going to, if anyone has the book, you'll know that the introduction is there. Okay, the introduction talks about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa wasn't in the Bible, okay? So I'm just going to roll past that. Y'all can read that if y'all want to. Read it on your time. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling past that. I'm starting off at the first chapter, chapter 1, which is Hannah. You waiting on your book, Katrina? Will you catch it the next time, girl? Don't worry about it. I got you for tonight. Don't worry about it. So, if you have any questions or any stopping points that we need to get at, put a stop sign up. And if I see the stop sign, then I know that you want some dialect behind what I'm reading. Now, I don't know how much dialect I can give you. It just depends on what it say and what I interpret it out of it. I'm just saying. But y'all bear with me. Give me some grace. Let's get into it. So, the first story starts off chapter 1, Hannah. And it says, when women pray, God brings about new life. Okay? It had been a long day, and Eli settled gratefully. Gratefully. I'm sorry, y'all. That was just my eyes. Into his chair near the doorway of the tabernacle. He stretched his legs and flexed his toes, working out the aches and pains long familiar from years of work. Around him, the city of Shiloh buzzed with activity. A large group of travelers had arrived to offer their sacrifices to God. People and cattle milled about the various courts and lawns, each waiting for their turn. The smell of fire and smoke was strong in the air. Now, I don't know how they knew all of this. Like, how y'all gonna know what the biblical stuff and the smell of fire was new in the air? But we gonna stick with this story, okay? Infused with the tantalizing aroma of roasted meat.
Okay, Charlotte.
I don't think they knew about that meat being tantalized and roasted back in the day. And way back in that time, they ain't know nothing about being meat and tantalizing and being roasted and smelling, but we gonna keep on rolling. From his chair, Eli could hear the voices of his sons. Now, I'm not gonna tell y'all I can pronounce his son's name. Hophni and Phinehas. And if that's not right,
hopefully is right.
If that's not right, I asked y'all for grace at the beginning, so stick with me. As they performed the sacrifices within the interior of the tabernacle, proclamations of blessings over families and children, declarations of forgiveness, vows and extortions offered to God along with the necessary meat and salt and bread. Because of his advanced age, Eli had passed much of the responsibility for these sacrifices down to his sons, but he remained the high priest, which was still much for him to do. Priest, which meant there was still much for him to do. I was still stuck on that meat story, y'all. Okay. Much to accomplish and many people to greet. But for now, he lingered in his chair, savoring the rest. Now, how did he know that he was lingering in his chair and savoring the rest of it? I don't know that, but that's fine. We're still going to keep reading.
If anyone wants to elaborate on that, you can.
Yes, if you know how he was lingering in his chair, or how they figured back in the biblical time he was lingering in his chair and savoring the rest, just let me know. Okay. Good evening, Gloria. A motion at the corner of his eye caused Eli to glance out across the lawn. He saw a woman walking alone, which was unusual. I guess women don't walk alone back in those days. Some people need to take notes. Stop letting your woman walk alone, okay? If you walking alone, you don't need no focus. Okay, I'm focused, y'all. No, not really walking, more like staggering. She had hugged both of her arms across her chest and was lurching and bouncing between people and horses and cattle as if her eyes were closed. So yes, she was doing this and she was bouncing and her eyes were closed, and he thought that something was weird. The old priest shook his head. He had seen it many times before. Wealthy families who offered large sacrifices shared a large meal together with their portion of the meat, which they often supplemented with more than generous portions of wine. They had to have meat and wine even back in them days. Get into it. Okay. What was meant to be a celebration of God's goodness and the cleansing of sin could quickly slide into debauchery. I'm sorry. How long are you going to stay drunk? Eli called out to the woman. He was a little surprised at his own outburst, but he hated to see such corruption so near to God's own house. Put away your wine. It sounded like Eli was being judgmental. But we're going to finish. We're going to let this go. When the woman opened her eyes and looked into his, Eli flinched. He couldn't help it. The pain he saw in her face told him he had been wrong in his judgment. Oh, so wrong. See, so let's just pause right there just for a second. So Eli made an assumption that this woman was drunk, corrupted. He thought she had been out all night and she was just coming in from being at the club or something and drinking with her homegirls, and then decided to come because she had this money to be sacrificing stuff, and then she come to the church or whatever. No. Eli wasn't having no, so he looking at her like, girl, what is you doing? And then had that outburst. How long are you going to stay drunk? He just went and asked her how long she gonna stay drunk, but he didn't have any evidence that supported that she was drunk. Okay. He was so wrong. So in life,
people
judge people all the time on the exterior, really not understanding what they are actually going through in the inside. Not until the woman opened up her eyes is when he had to realize he had misspoke, because her eyes revealed the pain that was behind it. That woman was going through something. Hannah, that was her name. Okay. So I'm sure y'all got the same thing out of the story, but we're going to keep on going. Let's finish. Exactly. Assuming and being judgmental. Correct. And that's not what's up. So the next portion says, Hannah, the woman described above, is the first woman of prayer. I want to highlight in these pages, there are several reasons for that choice. For one thing, Hannah's story is fascinating. It's also poignant and inspirational. But the main reason I am beginning this book with Hannah is that her story is so approachable. It's relatable. It is. I can say with confidence that Hannah's story will connect with your story in many important ways. So, if anyone's just starting, as we're looking into this, and this when I read this portion, for me, I can relate to that, because not only have I been judged by others, but I've also found myself, having the audacity to be like, girl, what you got going on? So some of us, if we are honest with ourselves, we do that, maybe not even intentionally, but habit or environment or whatever. And so this is a good lesson to take from, to say that just because someone came to you or look a certain way, that does not mean that you have the authority to cast judgment upon them. As we begin, there are two truths we need to know about Hannah in order to truly understand the depth of her story. The first is that Hannah lived with an unfulfilled longing. Don't we all can relate, I'm sure, to having an unfulfilled longing. I know I have them. Yes, I do. I almost was finna start sharing, but we gonna stay focused. In Samuel, in 1 Samuel, we read that Hannah, so you can find a relation to Hannah in 1 Samuel if you get your Bible out. I don't know how many of you brought your Bible, but I've also brought mine. I brought my Bible. It's not on 1 Samuel, but this is in relation to the Bible. She is in the Bible. 1 Samuel, we read that Hannah was married to a wealthy man named Elkanah. I'm going to say his name was Elkanah. Okay. And if his name wasn't Elkanah, we can call him E if we need to. Okay.
That looks like that's right. Elkanah.
Elkanah. Okay. We know he was wealthy because he had enough resources to travel with his entire family to God's tabernacle at Shiloh every year in order to make sacrifices on behalf of his family. Not only that, the sacrifices Elkanah offered were cattle, sheep or goats or bulls. In the Jewish law, the poorer families of Israel were allowed to use bread or grain for their sacrifices, or perhaps a pair of birds. But Elkanah had a ready supply of meat. He was wealthy, so Elkanah had them coins. Basically, he had that money. Back in their day, he was able to have the meat. He had the cattle. He had everything. And so that means that Hannah, she had the right husband. That's why it's good to pick your correct spouse. Okay. All right. What was I? There's more. Not only was Hannah married to a wealthy man, the scripture says he loved her. And I'm going to believe this is Samuel 1:5 where it's referring, because it shows 1:5 in parentheses, meaning that she had been blessed with financial stability, a loving spouse, and spiritual vitality, within her household. So she was a woman of status. She wasn't a Kardashian, I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to stay focused, y'all. What then could be wrong? What else could be missing? So I'm sure that people can relate to the fact that, you see these people that have it all. You look on the internet, you see or think that these people with all this money, with all this wealth, with their Benzes, with their $1 million houses, with all of the whatever they can have, cars, whatever they can have, jewelry, whatever they can obtain in their wealth. But no matter how high you are, or in fact, how much wealth you feel like you have acquired within, if you're not fulfilled within, or you feel like you are lacking or missing something, you're still not going to be fulfilled. And I believe that that's a good point to point out for Hannah's story for us to take from. So then you ask, what then could it be? What else could be missing, right? The answer was children. So for Hannah's sake, she was missing children. She was what I'm going to say the Bible would refer to as a barren woman for the most part. Hannah was barren. Instead of carrying a child, she carried an unfulfilled longing. How many of us can relate to an unfulfilled longing? Whether that's children, whether that's a marriage, whether that's a better relationship with your own children that you gave birth to, rather it's a better relationship with your mother. Having it all, but still lingering something. Exactly, Katrina. Exactly. Yes. So how many of us have that? You know, you long for a parent that's no longer with you. I know for me, my dad died when I was the year I turned 12. I'm 44 and still long for that connection. I long for that father, you know, and see others with their father. So the same thing with Hannah. She sees others with children, and that's a soft spot. That's a hurt that she could not get over. That's what I'm interpreting. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. But there's another layer to Hannah's longing that is important to lay bare if we want to understand the depth of her situation, the depth of her sorrow. Way back in the book of Genesis, God made a promise to Eve that one of her descendants would rise up and crush the head of the serpent we know as Satan. Yes, ma'am, Katrina, avoid. Exactly. The verse is Genesis 3:15, which the theologians, one of those, but y'all understand what I mean. Theologians call the hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. It's one of these words. See, when I read it myself, guys, because this is not my first time reading. When I read it myself, I go to
check on the kids.
Okay, I go in to my trusty sidekick, Google, and then I put in the word, and y'all gonna bear with me. I told y'all to give me some grace now. On how to pronounce it. Hold on one second. Let me learn real quick. See, this how I be learning cross-reference. Okay, this how I be learning. Hey, Pamela Hamilton, my stuff.
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce Protovangelium.
Oh, y'all, that was a deep word. That was pronounced
Protovangelium.
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 Protovangelium. Protovangelium. You know, Protovangelium. Girl, wasn't that a word? Now, y'all, don't be judging me now. Some of y'all probably wouldn't have been able to pronounce it correctly the first time either. Protovangelium. Okay. Protovangelium. That's how you say it. T-Jelibin. Yes. All right. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank y'all for giving me some grace. Okay. So that's called the first gospel. With the benefit of history, we know that prophecy refers to Jesus, whose death on the cross was the hammer blow that crushed Satan's plan and power of all eternity. Tongue twister, right, Vanette? Thank you. That was a word, Deborah. That was a word. That's a whole word. Protovangelium. Girl, that make me have to think too much to even trying to repronounce it and stuff. But we're gonna keep on staying focused. Okay, so for the ancient Israelites, however, the promise of Genesis 3:15 was a constant source of hope. No matter how dark the world became, no matter how sinister people behaved, there remained a promise from the Creator that evil would be defeated. As a result, Hebrew women counted themselves blessed through bearing children. Through childbearing is what it says. Every new life kindled in every womb was an extension of God's promise to one day make right all that had been made wrong. Okay, therefore Hannah's longing was not only for a child, but for the chance to participate in the blessing, that promise. She wanted a chance to deliver the one who would ultimately deliver everyone. Her barrenness excluded her from that opportunity, which made her unfulfilled longing all the more painful. So, if you can relate to that, if, like I said, you have your friends, or let's say you're the only sibling, your dad is not here. That's the only thing I can use as an example right now. And you see everybody else having that relationship with their father, or having that relationship with their children, you're gonna long for that. Somewhere in there, it's gonna get that little knot, and you're gonna wish for that. Why didn't God, grant you the opportunity to have have your father, or have children? Start even questioning yourself. What's wrong with me? Is there anything wrong with me? For the reason why am I not good enough to have that same thing that you women, that I see my siblings having, or my friends' relationship with their father or their children? So this is another way in saying that that I was able to relate to Hannah as well. Thank you, Deborah. I hope you are. Hi, Sheila Watson. Yes, Valerie, Google is my friend when these words get me tongue tied. And actually what I do, not only do I go to Google and pronounce the word, but I also put it in my book. I have a book of definitions, and I try and learn a new word daily. So I'll go in and put that in my book as a new word. Now I'm gonna tell you, I ain't putting that one in there because I ain't gonna use that word again. That's not gonna be a part of my everyday speech. Good night, Charlotte. Good night, Charlotte. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Hope I didn't bore anybody.
No, you have to get up early in the morning.
Yes. Okay. So, therefore, Hannah's longing was not only for a child, but for the chance to participate in the blessing that promised. She wanted a chance to deliver the one who would ultimately deliver everyone. Her barrenness excluded her from that opportunity, which made her unfulfilled longing all the more painful. I know I read that, but I reread it. My father taught me never to ask a question when I already know the answer, so I won't ask. Rather, you too have an unfulfilled longing. I already know you do. Maybe you are similar to Hannah in that you have longed for years to feel the soft skin of an infant against your cheek and hear the laughter of children in your home. Maybe you yearn for a spouse to share your life with, or maybe you wish your current spouse would touch you and speak to you with tenderness rather than sharpness. Maybe your longing is for a career that would help you find meaning and purpose. Maybe it's financial stability. Maybe it's a house in which you can feel safe. Maybe it's a deeper knowledge of God and deeper experiences with Him. Whatever your specific desire may be, we all carry the burden of unfulfilling longings. We all feel the burden and the void of dreams yet to come true. The second truth we need to know about Hannah is that she had a rival. The scriptures say Elkanah had two wives. See, there we go. Hannah and Peninnah. Now, these people in the Bible sure had, they had a lot of wives. They had concubines, they had all of that. Now, why she had a rival? Why was she bearing in? She had to share her man. That don't make sense. Okay, but I'm gonna stay focused. Y'all.
And they talk about,
and they be trying to, and you know what? That's the crazy part. That people will sit there and judge and be like, oh yeah, you this and that, and you did this, or you doing this, or whatever the case may be. Girl, they did that in the Bible. Nothing under the sun is new. Everything that was done before. That's what it say in the Bible. That's what it say. So Hannah had to share her man. Lord help her. I ain't sharing one though. I'm 44. If I ever did, I ain't doing it again. Okay, get into it. All right. So, It says that, and listen to this, Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. And that's in 1 Samuel 1, 2.
And I had children already.
So not only did Hannah have to show her mans, but then she had to watch her sister wife raise her kids with her mans. Girl, the Bible is a trip, y'all. The Bible is a trip, y'all. Why was she watching her sister?
And they talk about people all
And
day long.
they stake on people's neck. Girl, Hannah had to share her man with Peninnah, and Peninnah had the kids. So Peninnah was probably walking around the palace like, I'm that girl, and you ain't got no kids. That's my man, because that's my man for real, because I have his kids and you don't. And Hannah like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Why are y'all doing
Sure,
this?
we are not talking about chicken stories.
We're not talking about a chicken story. We're talking about the Bible.
But you're acting as if you're talking about a chicken story.
But that's y'all.
Keep it up.
That's what I'm telling y'all. Hannah was around there being sad. Hannah was depressed. Hannah was. Listen, I'm just trying to break it down in the hood version. I'm just trying to get it to y'all in a way that some of us make it understand differently. They ain't telling us this in the Bible. I mean, Hannah was sad. She was longing for it, and she had to share her mans. Why? And then, and her sister wife had kids. I mean, what is we saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we saying out here? I'm telling you, Vanetta, now if you out here if you go and read 1 Samuel 1 and 2, Phoebe talking about not the chicken. Girl, listen, 1 Samuel 1 and 2 is saying it. You said that you was just thinking about the chicken stores too?
I know, right? Because that's what she was sounding like.
Yes. But see, here's the thing though. We may even think that Peninnah was the one that was complete, right? But really, Peninnah had to have competition as well, because she trying to figure out why her mans won't leave her sister wife. She can't even have no kids. So at nighttime, she whispering in Elkanah's ear like, Elkanah, I just don't understand why you don't get rid of Hannah. And Elkanah like, that's my woman. I'm gonna stay with her. I'm gonna stick beside her. And then Peninnah like, I'm gonna just keep on having these kids for you. That's what I'm gonna do. And she ain't gonna never be able to be on my level. Girl, the Bible is all right. I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna stay focused, y'all.
But that's a good way to have people thinking. So you're not staying focused. You're just speaking the truth.
I ain't the one to gossip. What she say back in the day? You ain't heard that from me. No, you did not. It was in the Bible. It's in the Bible. That's what it say. It say 1 Samuel. Hannah was long-linging. She was. She was. Hey, Sky. Hello, Lynette. How y'all doing? We just here. Interpretation. Yes, Katrina. Thank you. I'm telling you, that is a good interpretation. Because I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all wouldn't try. Girl, listen. Let me go back to reading this, because we're going to really get into Hannah's business. And we're going to get into Peninnah. Even though they don't talk too much about the Peninnah no more. But I know Peninnah was giving her the side eye.
You're breaking it down.
Huh?
You're breaking it down.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
good.
you. I know Peninnah was giving Hannah that side eye like, girl, you ain't going to be able to keep him that long. I'm going to have about 3-4 more children,
Popping them out like rabbits.
Pop. I'm trying to tell you, like them chicken eggs. She popping them out like them hens laying them eggs, y'all. But anyway, okay, so it says, can you feel the pain in that verse? I felt that pain for her. I did. The frustration. The text goes on to say that Peninnah, what did I just say, y'all? The text, it says the text, that means the Bible went on and said that Peninnah continually provoked Hannah about their situation. They was beefing in the Bible, y'all. They they was beefing in the Bible. It says
So it don't stop.
So it don't stop. Ain't nothing under the sun that's being done new. Everything is meaningless. What we need to be worried about is don't be worried about this person having all of this glamour, gold, and everything else. Some of these people are empty in the inside. They soul is searching for something. And even with her having everything, what page are you on? I'm on page 6, Michelle, on page 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm on page 6, Michelle.
Oh, she said she just got her notification.
Oh, you just got, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we on page 6. And the only thing we're doing is we just finished speaking about the comparison that we can relate to as women, as individuals, as people, to the emptiness that Hannah had within, because even though she was rich, she had a rich husband. But it goes on to say that not only did she was a barren woman. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. Not only was
like a dice game.
Not only was Hannah a barren woman, and that was one of her issues, but her second issue is that she had a rival. And come to find out, her husband had another wife. Her husband and Panah, his second wife, is the one that was able to bear children. And Panah was rubbing it in her face. Now just imagine having to live with a woman that constantly rubbed your shortcomings in your face. I would have been in Bible jail, y'all. I would have been in Bible jail. Okay. Stay focused. Oh, I'm sorry, Sky. You didn't get the notification.
Inbox me, Sky.
Sorry about that. We on page 6, and we're just breaking down just some comparisons of Hannah.
Talking about in this book.
What they're talking about in the Bible. We just finished going to 1 Samuel 1 and 2. That was a reference that he made in the book, but I'm gonna go on. So it says that, like I said, can you feel the pain in that verse, the frustration? The text goes on to say that that Panah continually provoked Hannah about their situation. She would intentionally push Hannah's buttons and remind her of her bareness.
Kathy says she put super late.
And every time she would have pushed my buttons to remind me that I couldn't have no kids, I'd have slid her across them Bible flows. But, and then you know what? The Most High would have been coming saying, Cherie, come to the gates. And I've been like, not today, because I just really want to go slide Panah again. And then he would have been like, Cherie, come to the gates now. Okay. And then I'd have just slapped Panah before I walked over there to the gates, because guess what? I'm going to get in trouble anyway. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm going to stop. Stay focused. Stay focused. Okay. Stay focused.
Jesus said, amen, me too.
You feel me, Anita? You feel me? I'm trying to tell y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with a little slapping around in them gates. They was worn and stuff, Okay, y'all. Okay. For real. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with having a little fun behind all of this also.
It's not. Vanetta, you better been in jail too? Okay, so we still in chapter 1, Hannah. That's what we started at, Kathy. We started in chapter 1, Hannah. The story of Hannah, and we are currently on page 6, about to make it to page 7. So you coming in just in time. You the recap is the comparison of Hannah. Hannah was a barren woman. She missed, even though she had everything. She had the riches. Her mans had it all. He had all the cattle. He had all the meat. He was bringing meat and cattle to the sacrifices and stuff, right? And you can tell that he was rich because the poor people were allowed to bring things that were they didn't have to bring a lot of work. So that's what we're on, and we're just making the comparison of how that happened. So it's just getting in. Well, we're just breaking it in. That's all. We're just breaking it in. All right. So this happened so frequently and so painfully that Hannah often wept and would not eat. She constantly mourned her lack of children,
Right.
and she was constantly reminded of that lack because of her rival. So, girl, so basically what is being said is that instead of Hannah punching Panah in her forehead, she went to go cry. I'm going to need Hannah to stand up. Hannah should have been standing up.
Stick
You
that
hear me?
chest out.
Hannah should have been standing up. Like, cause why is you letting this girl play in your face like that? Okay, y'all. We gonna keep on. So the next section is from provocation to prayer. Okay, so here's where when women pray and the power of prayer when we praying. All right, next session we on page 7. How do you respond when you feel provoked?
Hey, Corey.
How do you respond when you feel provoked? Does anyone want to share? If you want to be vulnerable for a little bit, how would you respond? How do you respond when you feel provoked? For me, I'm still working on myself. So sometimes when they go low, I go HE double hockey stick. But I'm still healing. I'm still working on myself, and I'm gonna keep working on that. Okay, I'm gonna keep working there. But does anybody else want to share how do you respond when you feel provoked? Come on, y'all, participate. Tell me. Come on, somebody tell me something. You enjoyed this Bible study? Thank you for the stars, Pamela Hamilton. I want somebody to tell me how do they respond when they feel provoked. This is a safe space. It's okay. Let's share. We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Thank you, Anita. Anita says she ready to fight, but she working on. I'm working on you too, girl.
That's right.
Put me in the ring. Do you hear me? Anyone else want to share besides Anita? Okay, you pray and put it in God's hands and leave it there. Look at you. All right, Katrina, I am trying to get on your level.
She's a work in progress.
She's a work in progress. You a work in progress, Michelle? Michelle said, I ain't going to tell you, but I'm going to just let you know I'm still in progress.
She get loud.
She get loud and start Vanita, I hear you, Vanita.
I'm over here reading comments from my other phone.
I hear you, Vanita. Let's be honest. Pamela Hamilton say she flip out. But you have to push. Don't push you. Don't push Miss Hamilton now.
Push that button.
Don't push her.
What's that? Pull up to the bumper, baby.
Okay, I'm outside where you at. Well, thank you guys for sharing. Thank you those that were willing to share. Here we are in a we listen and we don't judge season. Reason I shut. Oh, when you see there is no reason and you shut down, I can feel that. How I respond to being provoked. You distance yourself. Okay, that's a good one. That's what I'm doing. I'm learning that now, Sky. I'm actually doing that now. Kathy says it depends on the situation. If I feel they just need attention and sit back. However, I feel like I'm being punked, I show them my alter ego, Katrina. I'm still a work in process. Okay. I truthfully put them in check and think about my grandkids. I can box. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. And she put on and can box. All right now. All right, little Layla Ali in the building.
Deborah said, when I get provoked, I start talking out loud.
You start talking out loud. Okay. We got Layla Ali. We have silence is golden. We have out loud speaking.
Sometimes you have to pick
and choose your battles. That's right, LeVon. That's right. You sure do. I know we all trying to learn that. You have to forgive in order to move on. You right. All right. So next, I'm not asking how people are supposed to respond or how you would like to respond. How do you respond? As an example, how do you respond when someone who looks the way you would like to look first comes into your orbit? All right. Or your husband's orbit. How do you respond when a coworker lands the promotion you deserve? How do you respond when the mother at the park says something nasty because your kids aren't behaving as well as hers? How do you respond when you are provoked by a rival? In my experience, there are two basic choices we can make when we respond to provocation. The first choice is to get jealous, to become envious. When you see someone living out a blessing you have longed to receive, you get that bitter taste in your mouth. You convert imagining how sweet life would be to if you had what she has and she were stuck with what you've been dealing with all these years. That's right, Stephanie. All right. Why in the world would God be so generous in her life when I've been praying and sacrificing and working for so long, working for so much longer than she has? That's that portion where you start comparing, and being human, we can't help that consciously to compare sometimes. But as Nona Jones preaches, we have to kill the comparison, because we don't want to be comparing in a way that we block our blessing trying to worry about the blessings of somebody else. Let's get into it. All right. I have learned that nobody is worth taking me out of character since God spared my life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Anita. I feel that. Yes, Hannah needs to trust the process. All right. You can even reach a point in your envy and your own bitterness that you try to tear the other person down to make yourself feel better. You can fool yourself into believing that making your rival feel smaller will somehow increase your own stature. And that was what Panay's problem was. Panay, she was somewhere in there. She wasn't fulfilled either, rather not the Bible says it or not. But we gonna understand that just dealing with people on a regular basis, the only way you can sit back and laugh, poke fun at somebody else's misfortunes is if you're not filled within yourself. And it's important to find your own fulfillment. That way you don't have to use someone else's as a stepping stone to make you feel like just because what you have is better than them. Because he gonna come in, the I am that I am, and show you otherwise, that I will make that person the stepping, you will become their footstool. Okay. All right. So, or you might even get cynical towards God himself. Lord, you know I deserve this blessing more than she does. God, I cannot believe you have ignored me month after month, year after year, and yet you respond instantly to the needs of someone who doesn't even worship you. It's not fair. You find yourself being like that as well. You find yourself out here questioning, starting to ask God, why them, not me? No, baby. No, we got to stop that. Why not you? Why not you? Start asking, why not you? And then when you're asking yourself, why not you? Ask him, what is the lesson in that for you? And asking what the lesson in it for you will then can reveal to you what it is that you're needing to know without questioning your worth or even the worth of God's favor. Favor isn't fair. That's right, Katrina.
Favor isn't fair.
Speaking frankly, the temptation to walk this path is the strongest for pastors and preachers. I remember many times during the early decades of my ministry when I would look around at others and feel the pull towards envy, towards bitterness. Imagine the impact I could make if I had that kind of platform. Imagine what our church could accomplish if we had this church's budget or that church's building. Many times I was in danger of drifting into cynicism, but for the wise counsel of those God had placed in my life to guide me toward a better way. Thankfully, there is a better way.
Okay, let me say. You have 139 people watching now, so that means that we have some new people that came in. So
Okay.
Can you let them know what book we're reading?
Okay. For
the ones that are just coming in.
Hello, for the ones that are just coming in, what we're doing 2 weeks ago on my mom's Marin's Amazing Catering page, I recommended this book because I read it, and I recommended this book to women who may be looking for something, searching for a word, a prayer, needing how to pray, needing how to learn to fast, whatever the case may be. And I recommended this book called When Women Pray by T.D. Jakes. And then I said that today, which is January 17th, we were going to read this book or get on here and discuss this book, and that's what you're catching. Us discussing this book. We are in this book called When Women Pray.
Purchase it at Amazon.
You can purchase this book on Amazon. And celebrate each other. A win for one is a win. A win for one is a right, Vernette. A win for one is a win for all. What God has for me is for me, and what God has for you is for you. Hallelujah. Let's get into it. And so we are just reading up on this, and we're reading up on the comparison or the Hannah. You can find her in the Bible in Samuel, Genesis. You can find her in the Bible, and they speak about her and her shortcomings, even though she was a rich woman, but she still was longing and unfulfilled. One, because she was a barren woman, and two, she had to share her husband. Okay, so we was just talking about how the fact that Hannah had to share her husband with Peninnah, and Peninnah was able to bear kids, and Peninnah was provoking Hannah, and some of us was able to agree that we wasn't even going to let Peninnah be able to get away with all that in that one sitting. Thank you, Anita. You want to order it for whoever wants it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So that's what we are.
Inbox me, Anita, and I'll find out. It'll probably be just like Cherie's going to give to, I'm going to give to, Anita's going to donate one of these books to someone. So it's like right now, the first 5 people that inbox me up under Marin's Amazing Catering, you will receive one of these books right here.
Yes, and you want to make sure that you include your address if you want to do the next read along with us.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can you have some more bonus points? Who's that in the box?
Oh, y'all, I cut my kids have a timer on their tablet, and I done locked it down to where they don't they tablet cut off at 9 o'clock.
Erlene, inbox me, okay? Inbox me. The first 5 people. I'm going by the first 5 people.
Let me give my kids some bonus time so we can finish this here session. Hold on, you guys. Hold on.
One then.
Well, it's not our fault that you're on punishment, Miss Ma'am.
They won't let me have the pink one, but I had got the candy one, Mama.
Jackie
and I don't
D,
like the candy
inbox
one.
me, please. Inbox me. It's going to be the first 5 people that inbox me.
Okay, I just added the bonus time.
Okay, but Layla, I wanted to,
No, because she already she touched that
That's
on
mine.
accident. She wiped off
Look,
the
girl,
ice.
that's mine.
Yes. Y'all already had one. Listen, we're in the
Okay,
middle of
we're
something
doing
very important. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now I already added y'all's extra time. Okay. Okay, sorry guys for the interrupting. My girls needed some extra time on their tablet, and I needed to grant that for them so I can stay focused on here. So we're going back into the reading. We are currently on page 9 of the book When Women Pray. We're on Hannah's story. That's what we are currently on. Okay, so anyone who would like to have the first 5 people or who, that inbox my mother on Marion's Amazing Catering's page, you include your address and we're going to get the book shipped directly to you. Okay? Thank you guys. All right.
And Anita, I'm sorry, Sheree. And Anita, whoever's in that first 5, I will give them your information. I mean, I will send you their information so that you can send it to them directly.
Okay, so where we left off is in the book When Women Pray by T.D. Jakes, that you can order on Amazon or get the first 5 people in my mom's inbox, where we're on page 9. We left off at thankfully there is a better way. The second choice you can make when you are provoked by a rival is to pray. That's what we're about to get into. Specifically, you can recognize that if God chose to birth a blessing in your rival's life, then he has the power to birth that same blessings or an even greater blessing in you. So you don't have to worry about what the next person has going on. You just have to sit back and be patient and wait for God's favor to be bestowed upon you. That's all you have to do. You don't have to hate nobody. You don't have to turn up your nose. You don't have to worry about why Sharika bought a Benz and you still riding in the Cadillac from 86. You ain't got to worry about that, because maybe Sharika paying that $800 Benz note and you riding in your 86 Cadillac that's paid for. And Sharika be trying to figure out where's her money at, and she got to share her man. Sharika got to share her man's with Sonya up the way, because she got to worry about paying that Benz note. So at the end of the day, let your blessings be your blessings and let theirs be theirs. You wait on yours. Do you understand? That's what we're saying. You wait on yours. Okay. Wait on yours from him when it's your time. God is about timing. The Most High is about timing, divine timing. Is it in his timing? All right. We will continue. Life blessings in you, which means you should turn to him in prayer and ask for that blessing rather that lay hands on what has already been given to someone else. Do you realize that God often intentionally brings rivals into your life to provoke you? When I read that, I was like, not to provoke you to anger or jealousy, but to provoke you towards greatness. Because when you are in a situation to where you don't have something that the next person has, that should motivate you. That should uplift you. That should give you encouragement, not for you to be covered or fulfilled with the desire to want to get what the next person has. What's for you is for you. And what's not for you is not for you. And that's just what it is. Truth be told, food, yes, food for the soul, absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Just believe your time will come.
Just believe your time will come. And let's just say that your time never comes. That means that whatever position that you were in, you either didn't do something within, you didn't get close enough to him, or your life is the exact way he intended for it to be. Because guess what? Rejection is a gift too. That's another subject. All right, so, yes. Yes.
You gonna let this water run all
It doesn't have a choice here. I told you that already. Okay, so it's to provoke you to greatness. Next point, to poke you and prod you toward the potential he sees in you. When you encounter those who look better, do better, have better, love better, wear better, drive better, whatever the better is, You need to understand there is a real possibility. God is using that provocation to point you toward himself so that he can bless you in the same way, or maybe even better. Yes, Jeremiah 29:11. Yes, thank you, Levon. Thank you, Levon.
She said Jeremiah 29:11.
Hannah chose the path of prayer after a particularly painful dinner confrontation with Peninnah while the family was in Shiloh. Hannah rose from the table and prayed her way to the tabernacle, God's house. Now, we talked about that. Hannah needed to stand up. If you wasn't in when I was talking about how Hannah needed to stand up instead of crying and weeping, she needed to stand up. So she had finally got enough of her sister wife provoking her and trying to tell her, ha, 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 ha. So she stood up that day. She rose up and said, let me tell you something, Peninnah, this the last time you're going to play in my face. And what she did is that she used that and motivated herself to the Most High. She removed herself from that table. And I'm going to say she told Peninnah that day, don't play with me. Play with your mom. But you ain't going to play with me no more. That's going to be your last time playing with me. She rose up. She stood up. And where did she go? She went to go and pray. That's what Hannah decided to do. Hannah went and took it to who she needed to take it to from the beginning. But it took her a minute to figure that out. Because she wasn't finna keep on letting Peninnah play in her face like that. Okay? So, and she was better than me, y'all, because I'd have been stood up from that table. I'd have been stood up. I'd have shook the table. No, okay. I'm focusing, y'all.
You would have shook it.
I'd have shook the table. Shook it. Get into it.
Power of prayer. That's
Power
right.
of prayer, correct.
She found favor with God.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Same way. Okay, so Hannah chose the path of prayer after that particular situation. Okay, she went to the tabernacle. God's house is where she went. When Eli saw her, she was in deep anguish. When I first read that, I felt that in my soul. When her husband saw her, she was deep in her anguish and weeping bitterly. That means that she had been broken. She was broke down. She was done. She had then reached her maximum capacity of being provoked, being picked at, and she was tired. She was tired of not being able to produce a seed. She had already had everything else, but baby had then got tired. She had reached her breaking point. She was like, not today, and no other day after today. But now, matter of fact, play with me again. Play with me one more time. Okay, that's okay. She didn't say that. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to this. Okay. But I think that's what she was saying, though. Hello, Lisa. She was in a state of depression. Yes, she was. Okay. So, he saw her weeping bitterly. She appealed to the Lord. If you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me and not forget your servant, but give her a son. That's 1:11. After the high priest comforted her, Hannah answered by saying, I have not been drinking wine or beer. So remember at the beginning of the story, when she was approached by the high priest who was judging her. Who was that? Eli. Eli was judging her, the high priest. So he had just went and gave us some context behind that. And so the context led back to her saying her prayer and what she was saying to him. And then once she finished talking, she said, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me and not forget your servant, but give her a son. After the high priest confronted her, Hannah answered by saying, after he said, how long are you going to stay drunk? Remember, I said that if you were listening at the time, I said that the high priest, which was Eli, thought that she had came from the club with her homegirls and then decided to come and be drunk in front of God's covenant tabernacle, okay? But that wasn't the case, because Eli was judging her, and you cannot judge a book by its cover. So that's what I was saying earlier. And so now we're picking back up from that. And so Hannah said, I have not been drinking wine or beer. She let him know she wasn't having wine or beer, sir. I was pouring out my soul to the Lord. Do not take your servant for a wicked woman. I have been praying here out of my great anguish and grief. Hello, Judy. Take it to God. Let God fight your battles. Absolutely. I'm glad she finally caught a snap, Katrina. Let me stop the story for a moment and offer a principle I believe is critical for prayer. Whenever you approach the throne of God, be yourself. Whenever you go to the Most High, whomever you believe in, go as yourself. He wants you to talk as yourself. I was talking to him the other night about David and Goliath, because I was trying to figure out, I said, Mr. I am that I am. How did David kill that lady's husband and then stole his wife? I couldn't understand that. He wanted Bathsheba so bad. She must have been bad for him to sin like that. And I was like, David put a hit out on that man. Uriah, however you say his name. But anyway, that's how I was talking to him, y'all. So that's how y'all should talk to him as well. Okay, get into it. Back to the story. He wants you to be yourself. Notice that Hannah did not rely on flowery language or $10 words as she prayed. She cried out to God, even as she wept bitterly. She wove an appeal through her weeping. She prayed with intensity. She prayed with, I looked this word up, y'all, because I highlighted it too. Look, y'all, I highlighted that because I needed to understand that. I highlighted it. Fervency. She prayed with intensity, and she prayed with fervency. She prayed with such passion and such desire. Eli believed her to be drunk. That means that she had that ugly cry going on, y'all. She had, I just can't hate it no more. She had that going on. Now, if y'all can't relate to that, I can. I done been there. That cry, you got to go in the closet, hide from everybody, cry. That's what she had going on. That's the cry she took to the Most High. And she was out of it so bad, the man thought she was drunk. He was judging her. Okay. May the same be said for us. May the same be true of us when we bow our faces to the ground in front of our Heavenly Father and plead with Him about our deepest needs. Okay? That's how we need to go to Him. We need to go to Him with everything laid out on the line, on the altar, whatever you at. And we need to give Him that good soul-wrenching, ugly cry. That cry that just lets it all out. Let Him speak to Him like you would speak to your homegirl or your confidant or whoever you confide in. Confide in Him that way. You go and pray to Him and ask Him. Because man can't do it for you. Man ain't going to clear up that ugly cry and turn you back into a beautiful swan. Okay? Man not going to recreate your crown. Only He can. All right. Okay, next. Let's see. May the same be true of us when we bow our faces to the ground in front of our Heavenly Father and plead with Him about our deepest needs. Pull it all out. See, she knew what she was going to do after she left that table with Panah poking with her. She was like, I got something for you, Panah. Don't say nothing else to me. I got something for you. I'm going to my father. My father. I'm about to take this to my father. And you going to find you somebody else to play with. That's what she told Panah. Panah was going to find her somebody else to play with. And she did. Because once Hannah took that to... let's finish. Do you sometimes feel God would grant your request if only you knew the right words to say? If only you could find that exact turn or a phrase, reject that thought. So, like my daughter Shania, she called me one day and she was like, no, I scratched that. She was at my house and we were in the room and she was like, Mama, I don't know how to pray. And I said, Shania, what you mean you don't know how to pray? And she said, Brittany can pray good. London be praying. You pray. Daddy pray. She said, but I feel like when I'm talking to God, I'm not saying it right and he's not hearing me. I said, baby, you talk to God the way you talking to me. There is no specific way that you need to pray and talk to the Most High. There's no way. There's no wrong way. Just don't be trying to cuss him out. But I'm just saying, yes. And even then, he can hear you because he heard a lot of cussing out in some of them times too. There's a couple of people. Moses came to him and said, take me out of the book. Because he had, you know, did that, they put them leprosies on Mariah, whatever her name is, Miriam's face, his sister face. Okay, anyway, I'm getting a little bit off subject. But go to him. Hello, sorry I'm late joining. Oh, no worries. I have to order the journal and the book for myself and daughter. This is a great Friday inspiration. Great, Carolyn. I'm so happy to hear that. He is going to give you what you asked for if you come to him and you're of deserving. But see, there's a chapter in James, I think James 5 or James 4, and he tells you the reason why you don't get those prayers answered. But read the book of James because I can't quote it, y'all. I'm just not a Bible scholar. I'm just learning to get right there. I am. But we do not have a specific, there is no script to the way we need to pray. We just need to go and speak to him. And he's going to hear. He's going to listen. You like to get up early and pray, Monroe? Hey, Monroe, Francis. You felt that way too? Yes. Yes. That's how she felt. That's how she felt. She felt that she just wasn't saying her words right. And I told her, and then this is how I ended up having her to read the book. And I sent her this particular page where it said she prayed with intensity. She prayed with vibrancy. She prayed with such passion and such desire. And there is no specific way to pray. And when I sent that to my daughter, she said, thank you, Mama, because, I'm sorry. She said, thank you, Mama, because for her, she just, even though I didn't do a lot with Brittany and Shania as London and Layla were getting, because, you know, they had two separate of a generation of parents. But they went to church and stuff. Versus London and Layla. But only thing you have to do, yes, he knows your heart. And that's what I was telling her as well. Yes, he knows your heart. Sincere. He knows when you're sincere. He knows when you're sincere. He knows your heart. And my daughter was so encouraged by me sending her. I just took a picture of the page and I sent it to her. That sits up high and looks down low. He hears and sees. Yes, and he knows. Yes, and so when she got that, she was just so happy. And I was happy that made her feel better. And now she's praying. She's understanding. She's reading this book. I forgot to call her and tell her we was getting on here tonight. But she's reading this book and she's saying that this is helping her. So I certainly hope that, yes, she does know that prayer, Miss Walker. But the problem is that she wants to say more than that. She wants to sound like how my daughter Brittany or Layla, because Layla knows how to pray too, sounds. So London was praying the other night, and when London was praying, she started talking about for Layla to not wear pull-ups at night because Layla wear pull-ups. And so she was like, I just pray that one day Layla can not wear pull-ups and she can wear regular panties when it's time to go to bed. I thought that was so cute because we were praying, we was reading Good Night God. And she was praying. I told London to lead the prayer. And she looked, she's like, Mama, I don't want you. Because normally me or Layla does it. But she did. And she sounded the way that she's supposed to go to him. Which is, that's what I told her. You just talk from your heart, baby. That's it. And he can hear you. Yes. Okay, so, Do you sometimes feel so do you sometimes feel God would grant your request if only you knew the right words to pray? If only you could find that exact turn of phrase. Reject that thought. There are no magic words in prayer. There are no magic words in prayer, which is what I said. No magic words in prayer. There is only the grace of God. There is no magic words. Like you said, Katrina, there is no bad prayer. Correct. Do you sometimes believe your prayers would be answered if only someone special would pray for you? Someone anointed? Someone more spiritual than you or more holy than you? Reject that notion. Reject that notion. The Bible says there is no one righteous, not even one. Do y'all hear that? I'm going to say it louder again for the people in the back. The Bible says there is no one righteous, not even one. Not even one. So when we sitting back and we judging, oh, she don't go to church, she don't do this. Baby, I didn't learn more in me sitting down and getting my own personal relationship with God by looking at sermons online and reading books like when power moves, killing comparison, rejection is a gift. I have learned more about and obtained a relationship more. Heck, I met a prophetess in the park, not the church, who spoke on my life and what I was going to be doing, speaking to women, because that's what God told. That was my message from God for her to deliver to me. So at the end of the day, we can begin it, we can end everything in prayer, and it's no wrong or right way to do it. You say it and you come to him how you need to. And don't worry about what nobody else thinks. Reject the notion of it going any other way. He said, open your mouth and he will. Yes. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Dorothy. Yes, Carolyn. Yes, ma'am. He says, if you should ask anything in my name, I will give it to you. Yes. Yes. So we have to refute. We have to rebuke. We have to reject that notion. Don't allow the enemy to get in your mind and tell you that how you said it or what you said to your father is not the right way, or you're not going to get anything from that. Go to him. Take your ugly cry in your bedroom, in the living room, wherever you need to take it to, your closet, wherever, and pour it out the trunk of your car. My mama said, it's wherever, and pour it out to him. We want to refute any other notion at all. Period. And it says, like I said, there is no one righteous, not even one of us. So that means. It's somewhere, it says in the Bible too, and that says that in Romans 3:10, there is no one righteous, not even one. You don't need any person to make your prayers more effective. I don't need you, Miss Sally Sue, who go to church every Sunday, and every time you get out of church, you on the phone gossiping with Miss Linda Ann about why Miss Mary Mac's hat was tilted to the side at the church house. I don't need you to pray for me, mama. I don't. I got me. I'm going to go to him the way I see fit. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have to be in the covenant of judgment or judgmental people in order to fulfill what I need to fulfill with my father. With my father. Not my father. Because I don't have to answer for that. You know? So while you worried about why her hat was tilted to the side, baby, she got what she needed. You left out of that church house and you started committing sin all over again. So what makes you? Again, there is no one righteous, not even one. So what makes you more righteous than her who sat there with her hat tilting? Y'all ain't like her hat or whatever. It don't make you no better than her. Why? Because, oh, you went. But at least she went and she got what she needed to get. Rather her hat was tilted or not, honey. Get into it. That's what, Brenda, you know I ain't not, that's what they be doing. That's what they be doing. Heck, my grandma used to do it back in the day. You leave church, she was on that phone, baby. She was on that phone. Do you hear me? I heard her talking to all the little church people about what was going on. Do you hear me? So, anyway, yes, we need to understand that at the end of the day, can't nobody judge you. Nobody. Nobody at all. Thank you, Eliza. Thank you. Thank you. One day, y'all, I'm going to get my page up and running one day. And I'll, you know, but I always say I'm going to do it. And then I just don't be wanting to commit myself. But I'll do it on my mama page. I'm trying to tell you, Kathy. Come on, somebody.
So comfortable on this page.
You have to watch who you pray over, correct. And you also have to watch who you ask to pray for you. That's why you don't need to have to ask nobody to pray for you. Go directly to the source of our what we gonna get it directly from. Cause Linda Sue them not gonna get it for you. It's good. Thank you for the prayer. Thank you for the prayer. Thank you. But it is no right way or wrong way. All right. All you need God's Holy Spirit to intercede on your behalf. You get that? You just need God's Holy Spirit to intercede on your behalf. Because at the end of the day, his intercedement is the one that counts. Not Linda Sue's, not Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black, sitting on the front pew, and then she gossiping tomorrow. No, ma'am. You just need for him to intercede. That's it. That's it. Do you assume God would pay more attention to your prayers if you were a better person? Or do you try to behave better or act more godly on the days you pray because you think God will take you more seriously when you are more spiritual? Let me tell you something. This question asks, do you assume God would pay more attention to your prayers if you were a better person? Let me tell you something. That's not true. In the Bible, there is a Bible story. In the Bible. Abraham, was it Abraham? Oh, I'm going to just go with David and Goliath. I'm going to just go back to that. Because at the end of the day, David was, we'll talk about Solomon. We'll talk about Solomon. Solomon was a man after God's own heart. God granted Solomon everything that he needed to be granted. He did. And eventually, Solomon still fell short of the glory. But guess what? He still ended up having favor with the Most High. Yes, I do believe that, Lynette. I do believe that. I do believe that. I do. They can. Because, see, we have to also realize the devil answers prayers too. Satan, whoever you want to call him, whatever, he answers prayers too. Because if you do enough evil in this world, yes, and you make a deal with them, yes. Thank you, Bernice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So at the end of the day, you know, just because you pray better or God pays more attention to your prayers, that makes you a better person? No, it doesn't. Solomon was still messed up. He still ended up doing wrong. He still ended up mixing his gods because he kept on marrying all of the foreign women and stuff. Still. Lot still went and he was over there next to Solomon Gomorrah. And let them people convince him. No, it wasn't Lot, it was Aaron. Aaron had let them people convince him, Moses' brother, that they needed to build a statue so that they can worship. And Aaron talking about, well, they said No, don't blame it on them, sir. Hold
They
yourself
said
accountable.
what?
They said that they needed something, and Moses left them. So no, God always gonna come through when he needs to come through, no matter what. You don't have to be a great of a person. You just have to ask him for forgiveness, repent, and not only repent for yourself, repent for the people that came before you that began these curses, and then maybe we could start breaking more of these generationals. God. Yes, ma'am, Deborah. Yes, ma'am. So we'll continue. Or do you try to behave better or act more godly on the days you pray because you think God will take you more seriously when you are more spiritual? Stop it. You can't twist God's arm and make him do what you want. You can only kneel at his feet, pour out your heart, and believe he will answer, and that his answer will be for your benefit. That's all you can do. You can't bribe him, none of that. You can only come to him as you are, and don't be coming to him fake. He don't, because he already see through you. Just like he had seen when Moses killed that Egyptian man, and then Moses had he thinking he was hiding. He killed that Egyptian. He seen that. He seen all of that, but he still led Moses to Egypt so that Egypt can let the Israelites go. He's found favor still in Moses. So you don't have to come to him fake. That's what be wrong with people too. Everybody wants to cover themselves up, put this fake mask on. Oh, I'm about to go into the church house. I'm finna go talk to the pastor. And then the whole time, you spending all that time in the room talking to the pastor, and you sleeping with the pastor. And you know the pastor wife just over there in the next way, and then you going to go and smile in that pastor wife's face. So all holy people, everybody that go and try and come in front of him, don't come to him fake. He know you sleeping with that pastor. He do. Miss Ma'am at the church early, always wanting to help out every day and sleeping with the pastor, but you know that his wife is right. Like, come on now. God knows that there is nothing that you can hide from him. Correct. Coming in sheep clothing. Nothing that you can hide from him. So instead of you coming, oh God, I went to church today, and I'm doing good, baby. Listen, he know if you doing good. He recognize if you naughty or you nice. He knows that. He know them eyelashes I got on my face is fake. So he can see through that. So stop pretending. Be yourself. Be who you are. You know what, God? Yes, I did sleep with that woman, that man's husband, that woman's husband. I did it. I did it. Can you forgive me? Not only can you forgive me, but can you forgive whatever generations or whatever my environment that I may have depicted or picked that up from? Forgive them as well. Start asking for lineage forgiveness.
Okay.
In addition to your forgiveness that you're asking for yourself. Just be yourself. Don't be fake. He don't want that fake stuff. He wants you to keep it 100 with him. Keep it 100 with the man. That's what he wants.
Anybody can go to church. Yes.
Anybody can go to church.
But do that mean you have God in your heart?
Exactly. Because I don't believe in the helicopters. Like, what you need a helicopter for? Moses and them was walking. Moses walked, Solomon walked. I mean, they was walking and riding on horses, but we got pastors on the helicopters and stuff. Like, that money could be going to somebody that's starving. Do you hear me? So
if you
yeah,
don't put enough tithes in, they're not.
And then we won't even talk about if you don't pay no tithes, baby. I'm trying to tell you. So. You can't, so as it says, you can't twist God's arm. Okay.
Oh, no.
No. In short, when you come before God in prayer, come as you are. Stop worrying about your image and stop worrying about what you look like or what people might think about you. Okay? Don't worry about your image. Don't worry about what you look like. And don't worry about what people think about you.
How you doing now?
Because what they think about you ain't got nothing to do with you. But what the Most High God thinks about you, that is the only thing that matters. Because he sees within the soul. He sees within your soul. You can't see my soul on the inside. You can't judge my soul either. Only he can. Amen. Speak. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Janet Smith.
Not the church, baby. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Hello, Lily. Madeline Monroe. Greg Adams. Greg said preach. Lisa Caffey. Hey.
Hello, hello. So it says you can't. Okay.
I'm gonna step back for a minute.
Pour out her heart and believe he will answer. Okay, and that his answer will be okay. So you want to make sure that you can't twist his arm, God's arm, and make him do what you want. You can only kneel to his feet, pour out your heart, and believe he will answer. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's their way of trying to mess your page up.
Okay, Mom, flip it back. Okay. Why it's not flipping? Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. We just had a technical difficulty. It's important to have a personal relationship with God. Yes, it is very important to have a personal relationship with God. And that way, his answers will benefit your heart, your benefit.
Baby, you said a mouthful.
Answer will be to your benefit. That his answer will be to your benefit. Thank you, Kathy. You like the way I'm breaking it down? Thank you. In short, when you come before God in prayer, come as you are. Oh yeah, we did go over that. Stop worrying about your image and stop worrying about what you look like or what other people might think about you. Fall on your knees before God with passion and fervency, and he will open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing you won't have room enough to receive. Did you hear that? He said, go to God, fall on your knees before God with passion and fervency, and he will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings you won't have room enough to receive. When I first read that, I felt that through my spirit. That's what Hannah's experience was, okay? So we're going to call that the Hannah experience. Who wants the Hannah experience? I do. I do. I definitely do. So, surprisingly, guys,
Deborah said you breaking it down real good.
Thank you, Deborah. We only have a few more pages if you guys want to stick with me to finish this up. We are now on chapter 12. We are now on chapter 12. So it says, I love what the scripture says in 1 Samuel 1:19. Early the next morning, they arose and worshiped before the Lord and then went back to their home at Ramah. Elkanah made love to his wife, Hannah, and the Lord remembered her. and remembered her. So when they fell asleep and they got their groove on, okay, they was getting into it. And guess what Panah was, y'all? Not with them. When they fell asleep in their bed getting their groove on, Panah, she would take care of them kids she already had, okay? Panah had to take care of them kids. Guess what Elkanah was? With his wife Hannah, not with Panah and them children. He was like, yes, girl, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing. And you know what I'm saying? We hadn't already prayed and everything. And so since we've already prayed, I'm about to do this little thing with you. And once we do this thing, guess what? It's about to be all about us. The name of the book is When Women Pray, T.D. Jakes. You can get it on Amazon. When Women Pray, T.D. Jakes. You can get it on Amazon. So, yes. God remembered her. The Lord remembered her. Okay? Thank you, Darnell. Remembered her. Huh. I bet Panah ain't got... Panah picking her face up. When Hannah and Elkanah went and closed that room door and there was no Panah, and Panah was up in that other room with them kids, get into it. Y'all get into this story. I'm telling you, it's getting good. All right. It's the last phrase in verse 19 that gives me that 19 gets me every time. The Lord remembered her. Why? Because she prayed. So only thing you have to do is pray, and God gonna remember who you are. Pray, talk to God, come to him as you are. Don't come to him fake. He don't care nothing about them fake eyelashes. He don't care nothing about your God. He don't care nothing about that. He know you sleeping with that girl baby daddy. He know you sleeping with that man's husband, that man's wife. He knows this already. He know you didn't pay your light bill while you on the phone, while you capping and rapping on social media. God know that. So just come to him as you are. That's it. Now, that doesn't mean God had forgotten about Hannah prior to that prayer. This was not a situation where God was out washing the car in the driveway and received a heavenly text message that said, Hannah wants a baby. Then he smacked his forehead and said, oh, I forgot about her. No. Our God is all knowing and all seeing. He is sovereign at all times, and he is constantly aware of every single moment of our lives. He is constantly aware because he is sovereign. He is constantly aware of every single moment in our lives. Okay? So you ain't got to fake the funk for him. Okay. The word remembered in verse 19 is a way of signaling in the Hebrew language that God made a decision to act. God had heard every one of Hannah's past prayers throughout all the years of her life. He had answered every precious prayer by saying, wait, not yet, still not yet. So just because you're praying, that's all I'm saying. Yes, you're praying. Yes, you've been praying for 5 years for God to send you that husband. But he's telling you to wait, not yet. Not yet. It's not your turn, baby. Hold on. I got you, but I got you on my time. My time is my timing, not on yours. And that's what we fall short at, trying to force God's time instead of allowing him to do it on his own. He said, lean not onto your own understanding, lean onto his. All right. But in this moment, after this specific prayer, God remembered Hannah and changed his answer. Responding to that prayer, he said yes as a result. In the course of time, Hannah became pregnant and gave birth to a son. 120. Remember, rejection is a gift. Just because it wasn't for me at the time, thank you. Just because it wasn't for me at the time, just because I could not do what it is that I wanted to do, or I felt like God should be coming through for me right now, he should be answering what's going on right now, does not mean that he is not going to do it. It's on his time. Let me say something from the depths of my heart that I hope you will hear. God remembers you. God remembers you. God remembers you. Remember that. I know you may find that difficult to believe, but hear me. He remembers you. He has always remembered you. You just have to remember him. It's not a matter of does God remember you. Hello, God, say, you forgot about me. You had told me 2 years ago that you was going to bless me, and you still haven't did it. God on the line, baby, I ain't forgot about you, boo. I got some other stuff to do right now. I got some other people I'm remembering right now. Hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. And then you sitting on hold like, wait a minute. He put me on hold. I've been on hold for 2 years. And being on hold for 2 years, that's a long time.
That's because God know their heart and they really not sincere.
Exactly. I'm still on hold. And he answered the line. You still on my line? Why you still calling? Baby, I said, not right now, not right now, not right now. He said, not right now. Not yet. Be patient.
Because he know when you sincere.
He know when you sincere. He know when you coming directly to him. See, she was just too busy getting her heart broke by Panah. She was forgetting until that day she stood up at the table like, Panah, play with yourself. Play with yourself, boo. You no longer playing with me. All right. So, and the rest of it, God has not forgotten you, just as he did not forget Hannah. More than that, God has a plan for you. Just as he had a plan for Hannah. Specifically, he had a plan to bring a blessing to her body, to give life to her life. God actively desires to create new life in our world. He actively desires to bring new life into your family. Even when you believe your dream is dead. Do you hear that? I'm going to say that one more time. Even when you believe your dream is dead, God is ready and willing to resurrect that dream and breathe life into what you thought was lost. I highlighted that, y'all. That's a word right there. Get into it. I'm going to read that word one more time so you can hear it. Even when you believe your dream is dead, God is ready and willing to resurrect that dream and breathe life into what you thought was lost. Just hold on. That's all you got to do is hold on. That's why I'm so excited to see a new generation of women who pray, because prayer is the key that unlocks God's blessings. Prayer is the key that unlocks God's blessings. Look at what Hannah said in verse 20. She named him Samuel, saying, because I asked the Lord for him. She asks. That is the beauty and the simplicity of prayer. We often make prayer more complicated than it needs to be. But at the core, prayer is simply talking with God. It's telling him about our needs and desires and asking him to act. It's also listening to his voice when he answers those requests, because he does answer. You just got to hold on. Even if you holding on that line for 2 years, hold on. Woe unto the hold. The name Samuel means heard by God. Did anybody know that? Because I didn't know that before I read this book. But the name Samuel means heard by God. Isn't it wonderful to know that we serve a God who hears us? We don't serve the idols of old that were deaf and dumb because they were carved by human hands. We don't serve those idols that were deaf and dumb because those idols are carved by human hands. We serving the higher power, the ruler, the creator of this earth. We serve a God whose hands reach out to touch us, whose eyes watch us with tenderness, and whose ears are always attentive to our prayers. Be still, and he is God. Yes, ma'am, Deborah. Hallelujah. Take a moment to think about your unfulfilled longings, those dreams and desires you've carried for what seems like a lifetime. Are you talking to God about them? Have you asked God to receive them? If so, keep asking. He hears you. He has not forgotten you. If you have not been asking God to receive those longings, there is no better time than the present. Thank you, Debbie. There is no better time than the present. So prior to this live, if you were doing anything differently than what you was doing, even if it's only 2 of you, okay? Hopefully tonight, as we come to a close in this chapter, hopefully tonight, you have a newfound perspective or another outlook on how you gonna reach the Most High, your God, okay? The Creator. How you gonna reach him? You gonna pray and you gonna go to him and ask for what you want. And you're not going to worry about whether or not you look good, smell good, talk good, none of that. You going to him just as you are. In the closing words, it says, you don't need fancy words. You don't need to clean yourself up or find a preacher to pray on your behalf. Did you hear that? You don't need a preacher to pray on your behalf. Simply come to God as you are and ask. Because when women pray, God brings about new life. He brought about some new life on this live tonight. I thank everyone. This chapter is closed, okay? Second chapter is going to be chapter 2, Mary. He doesn't need, you don't have to do anything at all. Simply go to him as you are. You don't need to clean yourself up, and the part that I want to highlight in that last thing is, thank you, Anita. I can't wait either. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for the next session. I'm glad somebody even speaking into existence the next session. You don't even need a preacher to pray for you, honey, because that preacher's cloth ain't no cleaner than yours. Okay? That preacher's cloth that's praying for you is no cleaner than yours. All you need is a direct lane to him. That's all you need. You learned so much, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you do have to go deeper with God in order to grow. You're welcome, Debbie. You're welcome. You're going to be at the next session, Sky? Yes. Well, thank you. Yes, blessings to everyone on the live. But yes, when is the next session? Hold on, Judy. Hold on. Well, let's get to it. Right? Hold on, Julie.
So they ready for
Holy
chapter
Spirit
2.
walk, teach you. Yes, ma'am. So, I hope that you guys took a lot from this. I did. What I didn't get from the book the first time, register to me today, today. But most importantly, if just like your mother, like their mother. Yes, they are. London and Layla, they talk like me. They yes, especially London and Layla. And my oldest daughter, Brittany, Shania's more a little bit shy, but my kids speak very well. Teach very well.
Friday.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna look at my calendar, guys. I'm gonna have an answer for you guys tomorrow. I want to pray about it, if you guys don't mind. I want to pray about it, and I want to see what's the best recourse. I really would love to do it on my page, but I've been on a social media hiatus.
The name of the book is
When Women Pray. Hold on. Yes, I truly enjoy this. Thank you. The name of the book is When Women Pray. This is by T.D. Jakes. We just started us a book club, y'all. If y'all really want to be, we just started us a little mini book club series. Yes, I'm thirsty. And if I may share just a little bit. I have, because of this book, I decided to go on a journey and fast. I did not understand what fasting was, okay? And but in the book of Esther, when you get to the chapter, it gives you more insight. And so for the last 3 days, I have been fasting. And when I tell you, I have not been able to eat. I've only did fruits, a few vegetables, and drinking, right? That's the fast that I did. Now, this was my first time, so I've learned a lot, and I've learned some things that I should have did that I didn't do, but I'm gonna get better the next time. But I said that to say this: since I've been on this live and talking to you guys and sharing, when I tell you that the Most High filled me up and I was not even hungry, talking, I haven't ate in 3 days. I haven't had a meal, food in 3 days, and so and maybe that is for the fact that he wanted me to be empty when I got ready to do this with you guys, so he can feel me the way that he needs to feel me, and the message can come across the way he wants it to come out. And so, good. Brenda, you gonna get the book? Stumbled upon a true word tonight. You are truly a blessing, God. You have your book, Willie Craig. Good. And you guys can share the live. Maybe someone else can run into this and get themselves introduced to this. But I'm happy that I did this. This is really good. He will do it, right, Katrina? He will. And maybe and I really wanted to eat. It was a word in you when we spoke in that kitchen in Dallas. Hey, Lisa! Hey, Lisa! Yes, we're gonna do the women's retreat, Lisa. Just hold on. I know you. I thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I did well, Kathy. Thank you. I hope I didn't break it down to y'all. I enjoyed it, and I didn't hear. Run the replay by Miss McGree. I hope I didn't get a little too hood, because I feel like in my mind that
Stephanie said she's gonna order her book.
You're gonna order your book. Hannah and Panay was getting into it because Hannah finally got sick of. I'm proud. Are we proud of Hannah? Y'all put some claps in here. Put some hand claps if y'all are proud of Hannah. I am proud that Hannah finally stood up for herself. And check Panay, and if that ain't how you say her name, y'all, that's how you gonna say her name. Cause see, God had changed a bunch of names a lot of time in them books, and I'm just, I'm doing it. But yes, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Earlene. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you. So I'll let you guys know thank you. Thank you, Deborah, for being proud. I'm proud of me too, guys.
She did great.
I am proud of me too. How long we been? Let me look at the time.
We got on here at 8.
You know what? I thank you guys for sticking with me. Some of you guys have been here from the beginning. Thank you so much, Sheree. I'm going to get
started
the book. I really
at
enjoyed.
7:57.
I felt did love you. Thank you. Love you back, Gloria. Thank you. We started this live at 7:57. Thank you for all the hand claps. Yes, we are proud. Thank you, Willie Craig. We are proud of Hannah. We are. But most importantly, y'all the real MVPs. The ones that was in at the beginning to this ending. The ones who came on and had to go, and I'm sure they'll put the replay on. The ones who came in late and stayed. Thank you guys so much. That meant so much to me. I'm sure that I hope I made the Most High proud that I was able to share this with you guys. I was so excited to do it. I didn't change my mind. I didn't try and get out of it. I didn't try and say, oh, let's do it later, because we don't want to put it off. You was cooking and listening, Stephanie. Yes. I know that's right. Cooking and listening. So, you're welcome, Bonnie. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I hope that we can do this again very soon. I want to get to chapter 2, which is Mary. I want to get to that chapter. Thank you, Kathy. Love you back. Love you back. Love all of you guys. I so appreciate it. Thank you for those who sent stars. Appreciate it. Heck, because any stars that were sent tonight can go towards me being prepared for the next session. This is great. This was really good. Thank you, Anita. Thank you. I'm glad. I am glad. I am so glad for that. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pamela. Love you, Pamela. Much love. I am my mother's child.
Thank you, Willie Craig.
Thank you, Willie Craig, for the stars. Appreciate it. Pink Jays all the way for all of us. You did amazing. Yes.
Thank you, Bonnie, for the stars.
Thank you for the stars. It was always good hearing the word. Yes, I think it is. And y'all ain't no preacher now.
Thank you, Lisa, for the stars.
Thank you, Lisa, for the stars. We appreciate the stars. Great class. Thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you. I appreciate that.
She spoke very well.
I tried my best, y'all. I tried my best.
And
That's
she
why.
broke it down very well.
And I'm sorry for my little hood breaking it down, y'all. I gotta get a little. I gotta speak my language. I gotta break it down on my
Teach
language.
the Bible, and they just go on and on and on. But what Cherie did tonight, she broke it down. She broke it all the way down and explained a lot.
Thank you, Teresa, for the
Thank you,
stars.
Teresa.
Thank you so much for the stars. We certainly appreciate it. What color pajamas we wearing next? You know what? Right? What color pajamas we wearing next time? You know what? Hey, listen.
That's a bedtime story.
I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Because we actually did the pajamas because of my
Yes, we did
birthday.
Yeah, we did the pajamas because of that.
We might come up.
We have to come up with another pair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get my mama to go to Victoria's Secret, and the reason why is because we're gonna be able to find matching pajamas.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to so the stars gonna go towards us getting some new PJs so that we can do PJ and evolving night. Oh, hey, I think that's what it is. Wait a minute, y'all. I think I came with
Everybody
something.
put on your PJs.
Wait a minute. I think I just came up with something, y'all. PJs and evolving. We're gonna have a PJs and evolving night. Yes. The hood version was the good version. You like the hood? Help me understand. You know what? And listen.
Like her hood kitchen.
Listen. Let me tell you something, Kathy, right, about that hood version. In my book that I'm writing, because I'm still working on my own book. In that book that I'm writing, I have a hood version of a story in there about my dad passed away, right? The year I turned 12. So, and I have a sister that lives in North Carolina, and I was telling a story about me going to my dad and talking to him. And I'm gonna just give y'all a little insight. Guess who my dad's best friend is? His homeboy. I ain't gonna say his homeboy in my hood version tale was Noah. He was Noah, girl. So I got a hood version up in there for you that will have you cracking up. But since I done learned that the Bible was hood, child, they was ghetto. They was being ghetto in the Bible. I was appalled. Tell us the color so we can. So I'm gonna let. Okay. So
thank you, Bonnie, for the 500.
Thank you, Bonnie, for the 500 stars. I'm gonna tell y'all. We're gonna wait. I'm gonna look on the website and see so me and my mom can get the matching ones. And then I'm going to tell y'all what color the pajamas will be. Now, we ain't going to be able to afford to buy the new pair of pajamas every week. Okay? Not every week. But we're going to rotate. We're going to rotate back to this pink. We're going to rotate to some other ones. But I'm going to get another pair at least so me and my mom can match sometimes. Yes. I'm glad I did good. I appreciate it. Shut the front. Girl, yes, girl, Kathy. Noah is my daddy homeboy. But you gotta wait for the story to hear the reason why Noah is my daddy homeboy. And then not only that, cause then Adam interrupted my daddy. And my daddy homeboy Noah checked Adam and left Adam on a hush mouth and went back to Eve. Girl, I got a ghetto version of it, baby. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I will, Anita.
Thank you. Got us a star party. Yes, star party achieved. We're going to get these pajamas. Thank you, Tawana. You proud of me? I appreciate that. Y'all don't make me all giggly. Come as you are. Yes, you don't have to have no pajamas, baby. Come as you are. Get into it. Yes, ma'am. We're going to come as we are. We're going to come as we are, and we're going to appease the ones that was asking. Yes, Iris. Hey, Iris. You're going to have to watch from the beginning. Yes. Hint. Okay.
That battery going down.
Oh, the battery's going down. Well, my mom's battery is going down. So we're going to get ready to get off of here. I really, really enjoyed this from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to pray on the next date to be announced. and the color of the pajamas for those who want to participate. Also for those who want to grab their book so we can do a read along, or just for you to have your book yourself, because I know y'all know that this is a good book and y'all learned something from it. Is it not a problem? Could you please put the title of the book up here? Yes, we did. Someone put the title on here already. If you want to take a screenshot, I'm going to hold it directly to the screen.
And they got to do it fast.
If you want to take a screenshot, I'm going to hold it directly to the screen. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to ask my mom to post it on her page. To post it on her page, she'll post a picture of it. So for those that are asking, I'll just have my mom to, I'm going to take a picture of it and then post it on her Marion's Amazing Catering page and also on this page. That way you'll get it. And then, yeah, you'll have that. So again, thank you guys. What page will you announce it on? We're going to announce it on my mom's page. I'll tell, because she's mostly live on her page, on the Marion's Amazing Catering page. So we'll put it on her page. I can only hope that one day I'll do it on mine.
She got to get brave.
I got to get brave enough to do it on mine.
I don't know why, what the problem is, because if she can speak on my page, she can speak on her own page.
Yeah, I have to get brave enough to do it on my live, y'all. Yeah.
Like she need me to be by her side to do this.
Yeah, so that's what it is. You can order it on Amazon when Women Pray. Thank you, Kathy, for reposting that. Thank you. I appreciate it. You talk about plugging the charger, please.
I did. I plugged it in.
My mama went to go and plug it in. But yes, I am, yes, it's on Amazon. When Women Pray. When I tell you this, this changed so much for me. It did.
I love it. I enjoyed it.
My mom enjoyed it. And my mom enjoyed it. I'm very happy that my mama enjoyed this because she doesn't. Books,
I know the Bible.
Yeah,
I just don't speak of it. I speak of it with you all. God is always by my side, so I thank God for everything.
Yes. Don't let the bed bugs bite, right, Bonnie? Yes. She showed your birth. How she showed you, brave Mr. Nice. Just be. Yes, I'm just. Yes, I just need to be me, because I can't help it. But sometimes, you know, cracking a joke or telling the Bible in a different story, I tell it in the way that I understand. Like, I literally have notes on here, and let me tell y'all, this how my notes go when I'm doing my Bible study. Hold on, let me tell y'all how my notes go. Sarah was old. She let her servant Hagar. Listen, this how my notes go. This me. Sarai, which is now, because you know Sarai turned into Sarah. She was so old, she let her servant Hagar sleep with her man. They conceived a child. That child was named Ishmael. You see, I can't take my own self serious, because that's the way I interpret it. Hey, Sarai. Sarah, however you want to say her name, whichever one you want to go with, she let, thank you, Tamika, she let her servant sleep with her mans, and then they conceived the child. And then after she set that all up, God had the audacity to get an attitude with Hagar, because now she made Hagar pregnant. But girl, you had asked me to sleep with your husband, and now you mad at me because you asked me, you wanted me to sleep with your husband. I didn't even want to sleep with him because your husband was old. Abram was old. He was old as dirt. And you had, and Hagar, she was young. And you mad at me because I'm carrying a kid that you told me you wanted. I was your surrogate. Now you trying to make it seem like I asked you to sleep with your man. Those be my notes, y'all. That's how my notes go. I can't make this up. Yeah. You
have all kind of notes.
I have, I got all kind of notes. See, when I'm taking my notes, I got to break it down for my understanding. And my understanding said, you know what? You related to everything, whether it was yes, thank you, because that's the way I have to get it. Because when Abram went to what was it, Saul, when Abram, he had to pretend He told Sarai Pharaoh. He told Sarai, act like you my sister. You know, we siblings. You not even my dad.
What?
Yes, Ma, you didn't know. Girl.
Act like you my sister now.
Girl,
That's hood
listen,
right there.
they went over. They was going over to Pharaoh, right? They went to Egypt. Abram and Sarai, right? They went to Egypt. So when they got over there to Egypt, Abram went over to her and said, act like you my sister or he's gonna kill me. Don't tell them that you're my wife. Baby, let me tell you something. Pharaoh had then took Abram's wife. Now she done been pimped out to Pharaoh. Now people can take it how they want to take it, but at the end of the day, that's what happened. He pimped his wife out. He gave her to Pharaoh. And then when Pharaoh found out, that that Sarai was Abram's wife, he was like, "Here, take your wife," because bad stuff started happening to him, right?
Ross,
Hey, Jean. Bad stuff. You understand? Bad stuff started happening, and he was like, "Here, take your wife." But not only take your wife, take these servants, take all this this stuff with you. So I believe that's how he got Hagar, right? Because Hagar was a servant given to them. Because in the Bible it didn't say that, you know, Hagar was already with them. So then
you taught her heart. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So when they get back home, and then Sarai mad, she's like, I can't have no babies. I can't have no babies. Why I can't have no kids? I just want some kids. Well, since I can't have a kid, here, take my servant. And Hagar looking like, ma'am, I don't want to sleep with your husband. I don't want to sleep with your husband. That's not what I want to do. Because in the Bible, it said something about she did not want to do that. That's not what she wanted to do. But she went ahead and slept with him. And then Sarai wanted to treat her bad. How you going to treat her bad? Like, how you mad at her? How you mad at me and you invited me to your house to sleep with your man? See, that's how you know what? That's how the extracurricular marital stuff be going on. They be inviting them threesomes or whatever they be doing, right? And then now you mad because that somebody ended up getting pregnant. And my thing is, because that's the way I interpret it, right? My thing is now you mad. How you mad? And then what ended up happening is Abram started treating Hagar like, hey girl, I ain't got time for you. You got the kid, all right? Yeah, what's up? Ishmael, what's up, bruh? And then when Sarah ended up, when Sarai ended up getting pregnant, Sarai was like, hey, say, Hagar gotta go, cause I'm gonna have my own kid. And Abram, he like, okay, I'm finna send them off. And then Hagar, after she had got pushed off out of the kingdom and stuff, she abandoned Ishmael in the bushes.
And Kathy said, and that sometimes be real life, right?
Real life is in the Bible. Do you hear me? And so when I'm taking my notes, that's how I'm writing it. Like, she slept with her mans, and then she didn't even want to sleep with him. That's what she didn't want to. I don't believe she did. That man was old. Yeah, she put her child out her and exactly.
And end up
and really, Ishmael was Sarai's child because you basically adopted this child. You said that I'm just a surrogate, but now you making me be a full-time mama, and I didn't even sign up to be a full-time mama.
I love you.
Exactly. So anyway, y'all,
That oven is on because this pizza should have been cold, and this pizza ain't cold.
Pull it out.
I already did.
Yeah, so y'all, that's what happened.
She put her out.
Yes, and ended up regretting the decision.
And her child.
Exactly. They ended up regretting the decision that they made. But Ishmael still got his blessings though. He did, and Hagar was set as well. Later on down the way, after she went and got her kid back or whatever, or they ran into each other because God had to make sure he was taken care of. That's all. Kathy, see, you know what? You see eye to eye with me. That's how it all got started. So this is what I'm trying to understand, Kathy. If they just go back and read the Bible, it can say some of these mistresses, these surrogate people, these stuff that they be doing with these threesomes. God was telling us that these men would turn a side eye to you and not even worry about you and your kid. But y'all wasn't reading the Bible. Wasn't nobody reading it. And then now everybody is doing everything. Everybody doing everything. So it's just all up in the air. So yeah.
What a great nightcap.
So anyway, that's where my mind goes, guys. So that's why when I'm telling the story, I gotta get a little, because I have to interpret it to my understanding.
Yeah, because we can't let this get away from us and you all. So.
Yeah, we can't. So I am so glad. I am going to. Sarah was the free woman and Hagar was the bond woman. Exactly, Sandy. Exactly.
It would have to be on a Friday because you all.
Mm-hmm. I'm a child of the free woman, Sarah, right? But you know what? Hey, listen, let me tell you something, Sandy. Don't sleep on Hagar. Because we might be a child of Hagar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We might be a child of Hagar. Because Ishmael received his blessings too. We can't discard Hagar because we have to remember Hagar was not asked to be put in that position. So we got to give Hagar some grace, just like we had to give Eve some grace for eating that apple. Because ain't nobody tell her to eat that apple. Because if she would never ate that apple, then we wouldn't be going through some of the things we going through. But she wouldn't ate that apple anyway.
Yes,
she did.
Do it again.
So
we are.
We're going to do it again. But yes, y'all, we're going to give Hagar some grace too, y'all. But Sarah, I'm kind of I'm giving Sarah the side eye. Do you hear me? Like, girl, was you for real?
Said, let's keep it going. We will do that.
That's right, Sandy. That's right. We continue this and not fall off. Yeah, and not fall off. That's what Kathy was saying. This she probably went and deleted it so she could correct it. Okay. Yeah. So So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and listening. Yes, thank you so. No, I was just looking at the amount of people. Thank you, guys, so much for tuning in. Yeah, but it didn't update on there. That's why I was looking for tuning in and listening here tonight. Just in time for your major surgery, Sky. Yes.
That's not showing.
Yes, just in time. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was over there. They talk about it in Romans chapter 4. They talk about it in Romans chapter 4. Yes, you heard me, Kathy. I said Kathy probably went out there sharing deleted correctly. That's all right, Kathy. It's all good. Hey, Keisha, thanks for joining. But yes, we are going to get ready to get off of here. I am tired. I gotta go to sleep. Like I told you, I had been fasting. I feel like I was fasting so God can actually feel this word to me, because the thing, it all just started coming. Okay, it just started coming.
Even the chickens live like that.
Even the chickens live right. Even the chickens live like that. You know what? I will turn anything into. Forget the chicken stories, y'all. I done found the Bible stories more interesting now. I was talking to God the other night. I said, God, why you wait till I was 44 to start opening my eyes up to some of this stuff? And that was me questioning him, but I shouldn't have. But that's not the point. Get into it. Just pay attention. Y'all focus. But I was like, yeah, why you waiting until I was 44? I could have been telling these people this. I could have been hooking them on, letting them know that it was going down. It was literally going down. So come through Bible study on Friday evening. Yeah, so we're gonna see. You are a great teacher. You teach with excitement. I know I'm so extra. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I am such an animated person. If I was somebody in a different life, I was probably either next to Malcolm X, being a freedom fighter, or being an animated character. Talk to see you. Okay, Kathy. Send my mama inbox and she's gonna send you my phone number, Kathy. Or if I'll be deactivating and reactivating my page. So but on Facebook I'll be having to give myself a mental health break sometime. Yes, the girls have on pink too. We actually, Sheila, did the pink for the girls because today is my niece Jemiah's birthday, and so we were doing like a little sleepover for them, and that's how we all ended. I'm the only one that didn't have to purchase a pair because I already had this pink pair, but we're about to get another pair for the next session for the Bible. We want to give everybody an opportunity who wants to join in by purchasing the book, the T.D. Jakes book, When Women Pray. Book off of Amazon. And don't forget about the first 5 people. As we said earlier in the live, we will go ahead and gift the first 5 people the book that came to my mom's inbox. Thank
And
you.
don't get mad if you're not the first 5.
I'm gonna continue and being obedient. You just answered that question.
Which
Sure,
one,
it
teacher?
wasn't time. Yeah, you right.
Hey, Trina.
It wasn't time yet. You right. Okay, that's fine, Kathy. That's fine. And I'll just text you, and then that way you can. I'll get the number from my mother, and then I'll text you, and that way you'll have it when you want to talk.
Is that one
No, I do not. I'm not a teacher at all, child. I've been to jack somebody's kid up. No, I'm not a teacher. I'm a storyteller, and I am a future author. I'm a storyteller and a future author, but I do not teach. I don't teach church, Sunday school, no nothing. I don't teach any of that. This is my very first time. If we're looking at it in a teaching capacity, this is my very first time doing a reading pertaining to the Bible on with anybody. Yes, so. But I'm glad I come across as a teacher. I did run for school board last year, y'all. Yeah, I did that. You know, one day.
Mark.
But yes.
He did the frame.
Thank you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get off of here.
Yeah.
It is late. I am tired. I still have a couple of more hours for my cleanse, and I did bring where did it go? I did bring an affirmation. I did bring a set of affirmation cards. How is your book? It's coming along, Kathy. Sometimes I get distracted or not, don't get enough push. Because sometimes you need that push for somebody to stay on you and how far you gotten, you know.
Stephanie.
But it is what it is. Senator Cherie Lee Brown.
Darnell.
Mark, I have a heart attack. Thank you. Oh, I think I just opened it up right to this, and maybe this was the one for me. Thank you. So I'm gonna leave on this note.
Hey, Stephen,
and close out. Sorry, it went into that. It messed up.
a child abduction.
Okay. Sorry, the screen messed up. Do I get the cards from? Now, these cards, actually, this is a girl that's online on Instagram that sells these. I didn't get these off of Amazon this time, guys. This one is not the one I always talk about. These are some new cards. You have to go to her Instagram page. If you want to send my mom a message and ask about the information cards from the one I read tonight, you can, and I'll get you the information from her. But they are good.
I ordered some from Amazon.
From the tree. Thank you.
I read your comment, Kathy.
Yes. Oh, do the replay, Stephen. We were just doing the Bible story basically tonight. No, he don't want to be no judge. No, Darnell. So the affirmation card that I want to leave you guys with as we close: I trust myself to handle life's unknowns with grace and wisdom. Life's uncertainties no longer shake me. They remind me of my strength. I don't need to have all the answers. I only need to trust the wisdom I carry within with every step. I lean into grace, knowing that I am equipped to navigate whatever comes my way. I trust myself fully, even in the unknown, because I've proven time and time again that I can rise. I think that was good for this message for tonight. Hallelujah. Bad reception.
Bad reception.
Okay, yes, we're about to get off. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Love. I hope everybody is going to pray, and come as you are to our Creator.
Thank you.
That's what we're going to do tonight. So thank you guys again. We'll get that color of pajamas for next session, and we'll get the date of what is going to be our next session. Have a good night.
So now I'm going to say, thank you all so much for tuning in. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for the stars. And I'm so happy that you all enjoyed my daughter tonight. She is a great speaker. I love it. I meant to say get ready. Much love to you all. Much love, much love, much love. I'm a little tired. Been up since early this morning. So now it's time for me to get ready to go settle down with these little kids. And we want to give a round of applause to Sherry. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to Cherie. And I'm going to say good night. Sleep tight. Don't let nothing bite, boo.